Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Wandahome, Knottingley, and it's a wet play day. Yes, it's raining, so you and I are going to get wet. But what we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at the Coachman Lusso 2 Caravan. This is the most expensive caravan you can buy from a UK manufacturer at £47,940. This is top end. So what do we need to know about it? Well, let's start with the length. It's 7 metres and 89 centimetres in length. It's 2.44 metres wide, or 8 feet wide, and it's got a huge MTPLM of 1,960 kilos, which is going to give you a pretty average payload of 160 kilos. Good news though, you can upplate to 2,000 kilos, which is going to give you a payload of 200 kilos, and that's what I'd be doing. If your tow car can take it and you're looking at the Lusso 2, you need to be upplating. So those are the facts and figures. Let's get cracked on before we get soaked. So Lusso 2, we've got based on the Alco chassis, Alco hitch, the nose weight is 100 kilos. You'll see that the jockey wheel is not on the floor. That is because this caravan comes as standard with the E&P hydraulic self-leveling system. That on its own is about £3,500. So we're getting that as standard. You can see the big Alco big foot there with the E&P. That's a great benefit. That will level the caravan for you when you arrive on site, and you can also use it if you're wanting to fit your Alco wheel locks. This is a twin axle caravan. You do get 2 Alco wheel locks in that price, so you're getting the locks as standard for the security. Right, let's start again at the front. So we've got our front locker, we've got room for our gas here, we've got a front locker there, we've got the big 3 windows and that huge sunroof up there. On the roof we have got a 100-watt solar panel. Let's go down the near side of the Lusso. So it is white. We've got the decals, which are an orangey gold colour, as we can see. Now here we've got a whale barbecue point, and we've got an electric point. We do get a 230 volt electric plug outside, which is great in the awning. We'll venture down now. Twin axle, as I say, and we do get 2 Alco wheel locks. You see the yellow bit there? I don't know if you can see that. That's your wheel lock receiver. On the near side we can see our Dometic vents, so that's telling us that we're going to find our fridge freezer here on the near side. We'll see more when we go in. We've got really nice dark tinted windows. Now this overlooks into the bedroom, but a really good tint on there. And then coming around the back, it does have a nice back end, does the Lusso. A little bit plain, if I'm absolutely honest. It's not the wow factor for me, but some people prefer it subtle. We've got the Coachman name, the Lusso 2 badge, and then our rear lights and our grab handles that we can see. So yeah, a little bit sedate for me. So let's have a trundle round. Now we'll go round to the off side. So on the Lusso we're getting the white sides. If you prefer a bit more bling, there is the Coachman laser, which again is top end, not quite as expensive as the Lusso, but not far off, and that will give you the silver side. So it might be worth you having a look at the laser range. So let's go down the off side. So we've got a vent here for the Alder. It does have the Alder wet central heating system. We've got our whale, we've got where we're going to plug our water in here, and it does have an external cold water shower point as well. And if we come down, we've got our battery box here. We can see we are hooked into the electric, and then we've got a kitchen. This is a long kitchen window that we can see there. We've got storage locker there, that is under the island bed that we'll see when we go in. And then we've got the toilet cassette, the flush filler, and a frosted window into the bathroom area, which again we'll see when we go in. So that's the off side. A little bit rushed because it is pouring down and I'm getting wetter by the minute. So what we'll do is we'll go inside and we'll have a closer look. But facts and figures for outside, it's 8 feet wide, it's 7 metres and 89 centimetres long. 1,960 kilos in weight, unless you go to 2 tons, which is what I do. Externally, it's not a wow factor if I'm honest, but hopefully we might see a little bit more inside. So come on, let's go keep dry in there. So we've dived inside the Lusso to get out of that rain, and let's take a look inside. Now, as you know, when I reviewed the Lusso 1 a little while ago, I was a little bit critical about the interior. There's a couple of things that I picked up on that I wasn't keen on and I thought might not work for everyone. So it'll be interesting to see how the Lusso 2 has developed for 2022-2023. So let's make a start. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start us off at the door and work our way around, because we've got a beautiful L-shaped sofa in the lounge here. So I think it will work well if I pan round that way. So let's start here. So the door, this is the door that I've just come through. It's a large, solid one-piece door. We do get a bin in the door. We do get a blind. Above the door, now this is where we're going to find the Coachman panel. You can see there it says water tank nearly empty. We do have a 36-litre fresh water tank on board the Lusso 2. We've got the panel there for the Alder wet central heating as well. So then we come round into the lounge, and it is a really nice lounge. It's 8 foot wide as this Caravan, so we do get plenty of space. Now, the L shape is a love it or hate it type thing, I think, really. If you're a couple, this does work really well. If you're a family of 3 or 4, it doesn't work quite so well, in my personal opinion. And the reason I say that is, if you're wanting to relax and chill out, by the time a couple of people have laid out here, there's not much room for anybody else. And I know that's also the same if you've just got the sofas, but they tend to have a little bit more length to them in a bigger van like this. So that is literally just a personal thing, but it is a really nice lounge area. It's worth mentioning at this point that this will convert into 2 of the 4 berths. So you can either use this as 2 singles, where you can lay, obviously, like this. Those are, I believe, they're well over 6 feet long, and they're 2 foot 10 wide. So sleeping wise, you're going to get a good amount of space there. I believe they're 6 feet and 6 inches long. Or you can convert this into one huge bed. You probably see the slat here that pulls out. So that's going to pull out this way, and then we're going to use the cushions to create an even larger bed, which is going to be 6 feet 6 long and 4 foot 10 in width. So that's a huge bed. So then we'll start here. We've got our storage. So remember, you're going to either have 160 kilos of payload or 200, depending on which empty PLM you opt for. Up there, that is the Wi-Fi. You do get Wi-Fi as standard with the Lusso 2, included in that price. Under here, we have a number of little LED lights. You can just see those under there. We've then got the television point here, and let's have a look in this cupboard, see what we're getting. So in here we've got our aerial and plug socket there for the television. Then you can place your TV there for the lounge area. We've got the Pioneer speakers, several light switches, and then we've got the large front window. I'll just open this blind up here because the sunroof blind is still closed. So there we go, one-handed. So once we open that, we can see that brings in a lot more nice natural light, and there's some little LEDs above there as well. And in this corner, this is where we're going to find room for the stereo. That will be fitted as standard. The Pioneer speakers again. Then we've got a light switch and a plug socket. And then we sweep around with the dark grey fabric and the cushions. And then on this side we've got another little LED. I think these just touch on and off. There we go. You can see an underlight there. And then touch again and we get the full light. And then we've just got some more little overhead lockers again here in the lounge area. I'll just step back because what we've also got is the sunroof here, which again, this little heckie's just been closed. So if I open that, that does open as well for fresh air, but that gives you an idea of the Lusso 2 lounge. there's a lot of floor space here. You do get a table that will stand here. That's not fixed, which is a bonus to see, because that was one of the issues before, a fixed table. So there's the lounge area. So nice amount of seating space, great floor space, nice and light and bright. And then we'll make our way further into the body of the caravan. So what are we going to get? Well, let's take the offside first of all. So we've got the Lusso 2 kitchen, and I must say I do like a Coachman kitchen. So let's see, we've got some nice under cupboard lighting. We've got an additional flap here. I don't know if you can see how big that is. I'll just pull that back there. So not only are we getting a huge amount of worktop space here, we've also got an additional flap. So that is making this kitchen a massive workable space. We've got the sink here, which has a nice cover. I'll lift this up. These actually weigh an absolute ton. So I'll just remove that carefully and put that there. Yeah, they're really heavy, so hence I'm being a bit pathetic lifting that. Good size sink. We've got the tap, which does swivel there. And coming into this corner, we've got 2 plug sockets and the light switches, and we get this nice splashback, which again is like a marble effect. A long mirror, and that's got a fly screen and blinds, so you can open that when you're cooking or on a warm day. I'll just start down here. So what we've got here is we do have a cupboard which goes right under this worktop space, and we get a nice pull out as well. I do like these. I know I go on about them, but it makes it so much easier than having to climb into the back of that cupboard. It just slides out and makes life a lot easier. I don't think that does anything. That's just fixed. So that is really nice. I do like that. Coming upwards, we've then got a large locker above, and it's got the, I don't know if you see there, Lusso there. We've got some little lights above. I'll just come in and open this. So this works on a nice mechanism as well. I don't know whether you can see that. It sort of swings upwards almost. Got a socket there for the microwave, and then there's loads of room here for crockery and mugs and pans or whatever you choose to put in there, boxes of cereal, and then we'll just close that down, and it's got a nice catch on it as well, so it locks in place for when we're towing. We've then got a microwave. It's a Russell Hobbs microwave. This is quite high. You might just see me there. I find that quite high for me. It's got to go somewhere, and there it is. So just be mindful on that. And as we come down, we'll see controls here. We do get an extractor fan. I'll just turn that on. Hopefully it won't fire into action. So we've got an extractor fan, which has got a light, and that's above this hob. Now this is a Thetford gas oven, grill and hob, and it has got an electric plate as well. So let's look at that. So if we lift this up, one thing to be mindful of is when you are cooking on the hob is that if you are using the microwave, just be careful that you don't have a nasty accident. So we've got 3 gas burners, and we've got the electric as well. So if you're on electric hookup and you don't want to use your gas, you can use your electric. Then we've got the grill, and we've got the oven. Good size as well. I do like Thetford appliances. We've got a little bit of storage here. Let's have a look. So a little bit of storage just under there, and then we'll move across, and we've got our drawers. Now these are nice. I love these lights. I don't know if you can see all the little lights, or you probably can, but I do like those. It really lights up, especially on a dark day like today. So we get a cutlery drawer in there. That's nice. Good depth. They are soft close, and they've got the little mechanisms as well to hold them in place. Another nice drawer there. And last but not least, we've got an even bigger drawer. So there we go. And then on this side, this is going to open up here, the opposite side to where I was before, which was, oh, I don't think I can open that while that one's open. The opposite side to the rack, so we can just see another way into the rack section there. So there we go. So that's the kitchen on the off side. That's pretty well equipped. It is a nice kitchen, but again, we're at the top end. This is the top end luxury of UK manufacturers' caravans, so we're wanting something pretty spectacular. What we'll do now is we'll just move over onto the near side of the Lusso 2, because this is where we're going to find the fridge freezer. So let's spin around and have a look at that. So on the near side, this is where we're going to have come in. We've got some little shelves there, we've got USB chargers, we've got plug socket, and then we've got a little bit of worktop space here. And underneath, I'll just open this. This is where we're going to find the table that I mentioned. So that folds away nicely out of the way. It's pretty easy to access is that as well, so you shouldn't have any problems getting into there. And then we come across and we've got the big Dometic tower fridge freezer. This is 177 litre capacity, so that is huge. We'll have a look in the freezer. So we've got a really good deep freezer. I'll put you in there, look. So good freezer there for absolutely loads of food. It might be that you are looking at a Lusso 2 either for touring or for a seasonal pitch, because this is a big heavy van. It would suit a seasonal pitch if you didn't want a static. This is a good option. So to have such a big fridge freezer where you could be away for, you know, some time, this is a bonus. So let's dive into the actual fridge now. So this is, you can see, a good size, really deep fridge, plenty of shelving. There's a little cooling salad compartment there as well. And it is the Dometic fridge freezer where it opens on both sides, so you can open whichever you want. We've got a little cupboard just above there. I'll open that flap there. Again, that's a really good size. It goes all the way back. You could put gadgets and all sorts in there. Right, last but not least, I'm just going to step back. So from here, we can see the kitchen area and the lounge area and see how nicely that works. So you can see that. And we're just going to move upwards now. So if we can see up here, that is the Truma Comfort air conditioning unit. That comes as standard in the price. To buy that separately, they were around £1,800. I don't know what they're at now, but that's about an £1,800 extra normally. So you've got that fitted as standard air conditioning. I must say, with the hot weather that we've had recently, that's probably quite a selling point as well for a lot of people. So what we'll do is we'll now move further back into the bedroom. Now, what we do have on the Lusso 2 is we do have a privacy screen. That is here, okay? And where that goes is we pull that across the ceiling, as you can see there, and it clips. If I just bring you down slowly, it clips here. Hopefully you can see that. So you are going to have a privacy screen that's going to come from here and cut this part off, because the bedroom obviously is quite near that kitchen area. Especially if you're cooking here, you are quite near the bedroom space. So we do have that screen. Now let's start here on the near side with our wardrobe space. So here we're going to find the first part of the wardrobe space. It is illuminated. We've got the rail. That is a very good size. It's really deep as well. I do like that. Then we start with the drawers. I'm a big fan of drawers, I must say. So we've got 3 of those. Again, good depth, good size, nice little clasps. So that's that. I'll just close that up. Oh, you can, this does open all the way actually. So if I just open this one as well. Now another light comes on. We've got the Alder tank there. That's there with the pink fluid. So that lasts for 5 years, that fluid. We've got some nice storage underneath as well. I'll close that up. There we go. So that's our wardrobe space on the near side, and then we come round. We've got a good size window with this lovely net. I do like this. This is good for privacy. I'll just lift it up so you can see the window. We've got a good size window there. That's also got a fly screen and a blind underneath it. We've got the curtains, the vents for where the Alder heating will come through down here. And there's another little cupboard there. And then we've got a plug socket, television aerial, so we can put a TV here. Another socket, and light switches, and there's a good size mirror. So as you can see, good size mirror. So if you're using those plug sockets, you can use them for, I don't know, hair straighteners, hair dryer, whatever you want. You've got plenty of sockets there, and I say a big mirror. Right, let's move around into the rest of the bedroom. So this is now on the off side of the van. We've got a nice worktop here for cups of tea. We've got more drawers. We've got another mirror, and again, with this Caravan being dark wood, it does help to have a few mirrors just to make it seem that little bit more bright and spacious. We've got a USB charger here. Little lights again, I'll just press that one on. Pioneer speaker. And then we've got some overhead cupboards as well. So there's 4 of those all together. I'll just open these 2 just to give you an idea. There we go. And over on the other side we can see the same. We've got that same worktop, drawers, mirror, and we've also got the same little light as well. Now let's talk about the bed. So the bed is retractable. Right now this bed is pulled back into its sort of daytime position. We've got lots of floor space. I'll just take you around there. Floor space is great for if you're wanting to walk around, you're wanting to get dressed, whatever you're wanting to do. The only thing that's a bit of a compromise on this Caravan is if you're a tall person, you might find this bed a little bit short for you, because even when you pull it out fully, it's 6'2" in length, 6'2" long, 4'6" wide. So it's a good width. We've got a nice headboard there as well. But in terms of length, 6 feet and 2 inches, which that is not overly long if you are tall. And with it being an island bed, we do have the rounded cut off there as well. So I just want to mention that because I know some people, they are tall, they need that longer bed. That is something to consider on this. Why it's not longer, I don't know, because this is an 8 foot wide van. It's a really good retractable bed. It gives you loads of space on the floor. So why we haven't just gone a little bit further, I don't know. I don't know is the answer, but that's what I'd want to see. This could easily be somewhere further up near 6'4", and it's not. So there we go. Right, that's the bedroom. Last but not least in the bedroom, I'll just show you up here. We do have another sunroof above the bed. So that's got a fly screen, a blind, and it does open. Bedroom's really nice actually. It is a nice space. Right, let's head through into the bathroom. And Coachman, I always get excited about their bathrooms. So we've got a sliding door. You may well see that here. So that's going to slide across to close to give you the privacy. But at the moment it's in its open position, and what I do like is the width of that. That is really wide. I mean, if I just actually stand in it, so if I stand at this side, it's almost like 2 of me, you know, to get through. So no problem if you are a bigger person. That is huge. Right, so it doesn't disappoint, I'll be honest. It's up there with the best, is this one. We've got 2 storage cupboards up here. Let's just have a nosy. Okay, they're quite shallow, but a little shelf in there. We've then got some hooks there for towels. We've got the heated towel rail, part of the Alder Wet Central Heating. Thetford toilet. We've got another little, like a hand towel holder there. Glazed window, or frosted should I say. And then we've got this massive mirror. I do like this. I really like this. This is a huge mirror. We've got the splashback, which is sort of basically what we've seen in the kitchen. We've got our toothbrush holder here. We've got the fruit bowl sink. Not everyone likes a fruit bowl. I do, but not everyone does. Swivel tap. Some nice space on the sides here for putting bits and pieces. We've got a toilet roll holder there. And then we've got some storage just under the sink. Good amount of storage for our toiletries. I would say though, if and when you're towing, you'd have to secure them because they're just going to fly around in there. It's just an open space. And then let's venture to the shower cubicle. Now this is really good size, so we can see that huge door into the shower there. The glass is clear, so not frosted. I don't know how it's going to affect here. I'll just open that up and have a look. There we go. Oh, no problem at all. So it literally is going to open all the way for you, so it's not sort of smacking onto the sink space there. So inside we've got lighting, the shower itself, we've got a little shelf there and loads of floor space. Now you do get 6 feet and 5 inches of headroom in the Lusso too, so even in that shower cubicle you are going to be fine even as a tall person. So a really nice shower. I'll just close that with a bit of a bang. So there we go. So that's the shower, that's our sink space. I'll just back out so we can see that there, really nicely finished. And then coming round, we'll just look back down from the bathroom down the Lusso too, and you really can see the amount of space you're going to get here. This wardrobe space, how they've done this here, this is nice. It folds backwards here, so with that doing that, it gives you more of that space around that bed, and retracted, that gives you loads of space for walking around. There's good storage. The kitchen area is a beautiful space, it really is. Although I think some people would probably prefer a mid washroom maybe on this, to separate this beautiful bedroom from this kitchen area. This is a layout that I personally really like, but it's not for everyone. Right, there we go. Right, let's venture up into the lounge and just have a bit of a summary. So Lusso 2, what do I think? I think it's better than the Lusso 1, if I'm absolutely honest, because when I did that I just wasn't won over with it. This though, when you look at the price, so we're talking like £47,000. Yeah, it's top end, but it's got everything that I'm going to want. It's got a good payload if I take it up to 2,000 kilos, which personally that's what I would do. If you wanted it on a seasonal pitch, it's going to be perfect, it really is. Even towing something like this, although it's a big van, it's not the biggest out there. You know, there are longer vans out there for towing. Weight wise, yeah, it is pretty much up there at 2 tons. It's got everything. What would I like or not like? The only thing I can see being an issue is the size of that bed. For some people that bed's going to be too short, and otherwise there's not really another compromise. So yeah, for me the Lusso, even at that big price tag, it's going to get a thumbs up. It's a good caravan. If you're looking at top end, definitely add this to your list, because I think if you went into some of the other top end and then you came into this, you would be very pleasantly surprised. Comparing it to Coachman's laser range, yes, there is a difference. You can see a difference. So if you're in between the two, do have a look at them, because you are getting more in this, and it does just give you a bit more wow for your money. But yeah, the laser and the Lusso, an interesting playoff. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around at what is probably the most expensive caravan on the UK market. Yeah, I'm giving it a thumbs up. So I'd just like to say thank you to Wandahome of Knottingley, who've let me come today and film a review for you. It is appreciated. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.